What's up all? So we're enduring for SAFC Fan TV, back again with another video. This time with a match review of the Wigan game, just gone at the weekend there, and then a look to our up and coming game on Tuesday night against Tony Mowbray's former team, Blackburn. So Saturday then, we were looking to try and get back to winning ways and break that, run of 4 or 5 results where we've struggled to score, and we lost at the weekend against Swansea, so it was important that we ended that run sooner or later. We made one change. We know Corey Evans was suspended, so Dennis Certain came back on the side, a welcome boost for him to be back. He started in that left side centre half role with Adji Alicia moving to that left wing back role. And obviously we welcomed 5 ex-Sunderland players back to the stadium. We had Charlie Wyke, we had James McLean, Nathan Broadhead, Max Power and Ashley Fletcher. So, it was always going to be one of them games where you're in fear of them former players coming back to haunt you. But we started the game quite well, as we have done the last few weeks. We had a couple of early chances with Jack Clark again. Robertson all had a chance, he also had the ball in the net. That was disallowed for offside. It was a tight one, but it looks like I think he was offside. We don't take the chances, and then, as what's happened in the previous few games, we start sitting deep, we start running out of IDs a little bit. Wigan kind of came into the game a little bit as the half went on, and then, right on half time, what happens? The inevitable. I think it was a ball on the left hand side. I think Nathan Broadhead got it, crossed the ball in, and there was Charlie Wyke. 1 touch, 1 shot, 1 goal. And I think if we could have all been rich men at the end of the game, I think, if we'd all put our mortgage on Charlie Wyke return, we typical Sunderland fashion, we know what happens. But to be fair, we took his goal well. And then we go on at half time 1-0 down. In the first half, Gooch took a knock. I think somebody landed on his foot as he went for a header. Looked as he was going to come off like midway through the first half, but he worked soldier until half time. Half time, he didn't come up for the second half. He went off. Ahmad came on, and we went to a flat back 4 with Luke O'Nien moving to right back, and then Alicia moved into the middle with Danny Batt. Dennis Certain moved to left back, and to be honest, it might have been a forced change, but what a change and what a difference it made. Second half, we were a totally different team. Luke O'Nien down the right hand side with Pat Roberts. Pat Roberts was tearing the full back apart. Dennis Certain down the left hand side was doing the same, getting into some great positions. And then, that's where the equaliser came from. A lovely work goal. Embleton knocked it down the line to Dennis Certain. Then he ran in the box. Certain crossed it across, and there was Embleton on the 6-yard box, to knock it in. Game on, 1-1. Well worked goal. And then from there, we dominated the match pretty much, if I'm honest. And then on the right hand side, we then get a free kick. Pritchard is alive. Spots Certain's run, takes an early free kick, great cross in the box, and Dennis Certain's in there, putting his head in where it matters, where it hurts, with a cracking diving header to get his first senior goal for the club, to cap an absolutely tremendous game. And like I say, in the second half, performance was really, really good. So that enforced change was a blessing in disguise. Kind of won us the game. Player ratings wise, I thought say Luke O'Nien did well when he went to right back. Danny Batt again was tremendous. But the two standouts for me were Dennis Certain and Pat Roberts. Roberts was causing them all sorts of trouble. Down the right hand side, he was cutting in. They didn't know how to handle him. They were fouling him, kept on clattering him. But for me, my man of the match was Dennis Certain. Obviously, he gets his assist, then he gets his first senior goal on his first game back as well from injury to play the full 90. Tremendous effort. So a great win overall. Got us back to winning ways, got us up to 9th in the league. On the returning players, how did they fare? So James McLean, as he always does when he comes back, was getting pelters off the crowd. And obviously when they scored the goal, he had his little bit, taking the mickey, running across with his hands to his ears, which, just didn't do him any favours at all. Charlie White got his goal, like I say, a fair play, he took it well, but on the whole, Danny Back kind of marshalled him throughout, I thought. Nathan Broadhead was never in the game. To me, I think they played him out of position, and I don't think it worked. I called him the invisible man, and I just thought he was non-existent. Never got in the game apart from he was involved in the goal. And Max Power, all he brought to the game was his towel, to dry the ball for his so-called long throws. So overall, apart from Charlie White getting his goal, we kept them all quiet. Ashley Fletcher came on for the last 10 minutes but didn't really get in the game. A cracking win, cracking 3 points, gets us back to winning ways and gets us back up to 9th. Just want to say as well, fantastic effort from the fans as well. In the 13th minute, we had the minute's applause for young Oliver Graham, who was tragically died when he was on holiday with his family earlier this year. And it was great to see the 37,000 all on the feet and join in with that round of applause. So, condolences to the Graham family. But it was a great effort and a great tribute to the young lad. So we move on to Tuesday against Tony Mowbray's former team, Blackburn. So going well this season, the 5th in the league. But the recent run of results there, I've just been looking at their recent form. In the last 9 games, they've won, lost. No draws this season. They've won 8 and drew 7 altogether. So if that kind of run continues, it's good for us because it means we'll win. But we know how Sunderland work and what Sunderland do, and they never do things as they should. But Tony Mowbray loved nothing better than go down there than get one over on his former team. He knows how they play. He knows their players quite well. Their top goal scorer again this season is Ben Brereton Diaz. He's got 7 goals this season, so he's going to be their danger man. But on the whole, Tony Mowbray should know how to combat him and how to stop him playing. So, what do we do formation wise? I think we'll probably, if Gooch is not fit, I think we'll probably start with a 4-4-2 formation, and I think Corey Evans will just come back into the team following in Gooch. And O'Neill will go to right back, and then we'll play with that 4-4-2. Will Jack Clark play up front? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think there'll be one change come Tuesday. But if we go there and play the football we have been playing, we've got nothing to fear really. Like I say, they are doing well this season. They are 5th. They have won the last 3 home games, which, like I say, it's going to be tough. But on the whole, I think if we can keep it nice and tight for the first 15-20 minutes, and then do with teams what teams have done to us in the last few weeks, there's no reason why we can't go there and get a result. Prediction wise, I'm going to go for a sneaky 2-1 win. And if we can get that win, we go a point behind them. They are on 24 points this season, in 5th, and we're in 9th on 20 points. So we'll go there with confidence. We're back to winning ways. Hopefully the couple of goals has put some confidence in the lads, and we can kick on and get another few good results before Burnley at the weekend. But like I say, we'll see what happens. We'll hopefully Tony Mowbray can get a one over on his former team. That's kind of it. That's the match review and the match preview for Tuesday. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have, it's greatly appreciated. But until then, anybody travelling to Blackburn, have a safe trip. Bring back them 3 points with you. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.